I'm Gordon Mosley, and this is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 18th day of November in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Talks between the APNU and the AFC and the Cummingsburg Accord were postponed today because of scheduling conflicts with those involved in the talks. News source understands that a postponement was requested by President David Granger, who told the AFC leader Kemraj Ramjatan that the meeting could not take place today, since he had to brief the other members in the APNU about some of the proposed changes to the accord. The Alliance for Change was hoping that today would have been the last day for the talks, and had even threatened that it would walk away from the talks if agreement on a key issue could not be reached today. There are reports that Mr. Ramjatan expressed disappointment about the postponement of the meeting to the president on Sunday. Ramjatan also reportedly indicated that the AFC has been giving the issue its full priority attention. News source also understands that Mr. Ramjatan wanted the meetings to wrap up today, but the president never budged from his position that he needed to meet with the rest of the APNU partners first. One of the issues that should have been addressed today was the ratio for seats in the parliament. The AFC wants 60-40 as the formula, but the APNU appears set on offering a 70-30 formula. Additionally, there has been some issues about the number of ministries to be offered to the AFC. While the AFC has been hosting press conferences to update the media about the talks, the APNU has been relatively silent and has said it does not intend to bring the negotiations into the media space. More news coming up in a moment.
Enter the GBTI Quick Cash Christmas promotion and make it a Christmas to remember. You get up to $500,000 easy for anything you want this Christmas. Plus, enter for a chance to win fabulous items for your home. One complete 7-foot granite top base kitchen cabinet, one sectional suite, one 5-piece dinette set, and complimentary baskets of goodies. Apply at your nearest branch or online at www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Christmas through your eyes.
Tired of long lines? Register with MyGTT at mygtt.co.gy. That's mygtt.co.gy to view and pay your bills from anywhere. Enter to win an Amazon gift card worth $25 or a bounty voucher worth 5,000 Guyana dollars when you sign up today. GTT, do more.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyana's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyana's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Guyana's largest petroleum summit and exhibition is set to take place on November 20th to 22nd at the Guyana Marriott Hotel. The second edition of the Guyana International Petroleum Exhibition, GPEX, will see participation from a range of local and international companies. The exhibition is open to members of the public on the 22nd of November from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The event is being organized by Valiant Business Media in partnership with the Department of Energy, Ministry of the Presidency, with support from the Ghana Office for Investment, Go Invest. GPEX 2019 in Guyana, the gateway to a golden future.
Welcome back. Over the next 2 days, CARICOM foreign and trade ministers will be discussing a number of issues with the hope of finding possible solutions towards advancing the process of regional integration and to encourage free circulation of goods. The 49th regular meeting of the Council for Trade and Economic Development opened here in Guyana today. High on the agenda for the meeting is the request for suspension of common external tariffs for certain products and services and the implementation of the CARICOM single market and economy. Speaking at the opening at the Pegasus Hotel this morning, COTED Chair Dominica's Foreign Minister Francine Barron encouraged the attendees to bear in mind that they may have to make some compromises in order to push through with some positive developments and long outstanding matters before COTED.
I trust that our deliberations will lead to a redoubling of efforts by member states to ensure speedy implementation of the outstanding actions. As is often the case, a major item on the meeting's agenda will be consideration of issues pertaining to trading goods.
Meanwhile, CARICOM Assistant Secretary General for Trade and Economic Integration Joseph Cox highlighted that the CET rules are in need of modernization due to the many changes that have taken place in CARICOM's production systems and structures, and global technology and logistical innovations.
Between January and October 2019, the value of CET suspensions recorded stands at $148.5 million. The top 6 products for which suspensions have been granted for the period July to October 2019 alone are refined sugar, 14,710 metric tons, cinnamon, 60,000 pounds, palm oil, soybean oil, coconut oil, and vegetable fats and oils. These represent opportunities for our private sector, and I urge our producers to avail themselves of same, bearing in mind that the need is not just to meet the quantities demanded, but also to honor the specifications that are required.
And speaking on the sidelines of the event, Guyana's Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Carl Greenwich, noted that while a whole host of issues will be discussed, specific focus will be placed on the implementation of the CSME, especially in relation to trade.
This is part of the consolidation, dealing with the operational things, not the general principles, but day-to-day things where the, as it say, where the shoe pinches. So products, access, and the arrangements between countries to make sure that they adhere to the commitments that have been made.
Guyana has made a request for the suspension to increase the CET to 40% on pine woods and pine wood products. This is aimed at further stimulating the local forest industry. Turning now to education, the 2019 graduating class of the University of Guyana has been encouraged to stay in Guyana and get ready to take advantage of what will be coming Guyana's way as the country gets into oil production. Acting Chancellor of the Judiciary, Janet Cummings, delivered a feature address at the 53rd convocation of the University of Guyana on Saturday evening and told the graduating students that with Guyana's oil wealth, the grass is becoming greener on this side.
Our national song says, "Onward, upward, may we ever grow. Day by day in strength and beauty grow. Till at length we each of us may show what Guyana's sons and daughters can do." You are graduating at an important time in Guyana's history. You would have read about the vast oil finds, the new star on the global oil map, the Caribbean, Saudi Arabia, all epithets used to describe Guyana. I'm sure these headlines could not have escaped your attention. Guyana is on Forbes magazine, on Bloomberg, New York Times, BBC, Kaieteur News, Starbuck News, Times News, Chronicle News, Newsday, Observers, Gleaner Nations, you name it. Guyana is featured. There are predictions about the country's wealth, which tell us that the grass is greener here. There is no need for you to go abroad and to look for greener pastures. As graduates of the School of Entrepreneurship and Business Innovation and the Faculty of Health Sciences and Social Sciences and other areas, I encourage you to take advantage of what is here in Guyana. You are graduating from the University of Life, not just the University of Guyana. And you are graduating with diplomas and skill sets to make you marketable and proficient.
The Chancellor explained to the graduating class that they were not just graduating from the University of Guyana, but were also graduating from the University of Life. She said they now have the skill set to become marketable and more proficient.
You have to let the values which have inspired and motivate you be shared with the next generation. You have more to impart to the next generation than ours, because you are more equipped and well equipped to take success to another level and to be exemplars for the next generation.
The university's graduation on Saturday also saw the installation of Professor Dr. Edward Green as the new chancellor of the university. That installation took place in the morning session of the graduation. The new university chancellor told the graduating students that life is not about individual egos, but rather it is about collective leadership that must be put to the benefit of this country. Dr. Green reminded the graduating students that they represent the generation of graduates fortunate to emerge at the cusp of a projected buoyant economy in Guyana. Close to 2,000 students graduated from the university on Saturday. 2 students, Karishma Narayan and Shane Rampertab, were named valedictorians as they both graduated with a perfect 4.0 GPA. The legal fraternity in Guyana was thrown into mourning over the weekend with news of the death of former Acting Chief Justice Senior Counsel Ian Chang. Mr. Chang passed away at the Balwant Singh Hospital on Saturday after a battle with cancer. In a statement, President David Granger offered sincere condolences to the family of the late judge, noting his contributions to the local legal fraternity over the years. The Supreme Court, in a statement this morning, said the local judiciary is deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Justice Chang. According to the statement from the Supreme Court, Justice Chang served as one of the country's Chief Justices from 2006 until his retirement in 2016, and he also served with distinction in the chambers of the Director of Public Prosecutions for over 20 years. The statement said Justice Chang served his profession and fellow Guyanese with great honor and integrity, and his was a life of service to the nation. The Guyana Bar Association, in its own statement, said the former Chief Justice made law his life, and his life was a testimony of dedication in and to law. The association said Justice Chang's love for the law was one he demonstrated and shared with all those who had an opportunity to have an interaction with him. His death is being seen as the loss of a friend and mentor to the legal community. Well, Guyana has witnessed a decrease in the cocaine trade over the past few years, according to the acting police crime chief, Senior Superintendent Michael Kingston. The decrease may be linked to the presence of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration here in Guyana. The DEA office in Guyana was officially declared open back in February of 2016. Located in the U.S. Embassy complex, it works along with local agencies to continue tackling the scourge of drug trafficking. While he also gave credit to the Guyana Police Force and other agencies for helping to curb the prevalence of cocaine trafficking in the past 5 years, the crime chief said the DEA's presence here has played a significant role.
Persons may wonder why there has been a rapid decline, but our intelligence showed that since the presence of the DEA here, it has brought about significant progress in the seizure rate, and this is resulting in the vast decrease of cocaine activities.
Mr. Kingston noted that back in 2015, some 145 kilograms of cocaine were seized at the country's main airport, the Chetty Jagan Airport. But so far for this year, that figure is down to 5.1 kilograms.
Persons charged with cocaine activities, 2015, 155 persons, 2016, 81, 2017, 148, and present we have 70 persons.
In relation to persons charged with cannabis-related offenses over a 5-year period, the acting crime chief noted that in 2015, there were 630 persons appearing before the court, and so far for this year, that figure stands at 388. And with the recent commissioning of the Drug Treatment Court, the Guyana Police Force is hopeful that there will be much less cases appearing before the court. Police investigators in Latam are probing the suspected murder of a Brazilian national in the community. According to a statement, the headless body of the Brazilian man was found lying along the roadway on Sunday morning in Latam. The town of Latam is located on the border with Brazil. The dead man was identified based on other marks on his body, including a tattoo. His name has been given as Dico Davi Roberto Moreira, and he was 22 years old. A 17-year-old cousin of the dead man, who is also Brazilian, is wanted for the murder. Reports suggest that the two men had made threats against each other in relation to a number of issues, and those threats continued for some time and may have led to the murder. The probe is ongoing tonight. And in the courts right now, 28-year-old Dwayne Tappan was today sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole only after serving 40 years. Tappan was found guilty of the 2017 murder of his uncle, Randolph Seanott. Justice Senel Kisun handed down the life sentence today after listening to a probation report. That report painted the convict as a good citizen who would only have issues with other persons when he was under the influence of alcohol. The judge said the murder was premeditated and the convict showed no remorse for the crime, and for that, he handed down the life sentence. Tappan attacked and killed his uncle by chopping him about the body. While leaving court today to begin his life sentence, the convict said freedom is a must. And 33-year-old Oren Jules, formerly of D Fields of Fire, was today slapped with 17 years in jail for killing his younger brother during a brawl in 2016. Jules, who earlier this month admitted to the crime, returned to court today for the sentencing. He had admitted that on the 18th of June 2016 at D Fields of Fire, he killed his younger brother, 23-year-old Dexter Jules, during an argument. The court was also told that the convict was previously charged with a number of other offenses. Justice Sanal Kisun handed down the 17-year sentence after listening to the pleadings. And 32-year-old taxi driver Neville Thomas will have to face a high court trial after Magistrate Cheryl Isaacs Marcus ruled that a strong enough case had been made out against him. Thomas is facing a charge of rape. The offense was allegedly committed on a 12-year-old girl and reportedly took place back in April of this year. The man was hired to take the girl from her school to her home when he diverted and took her to an East Bank Demerara hotel and allegedly raped her. The young girl reported the matter to her parents, who called in the police. The taxi driver was arrested and charged just after. No date has been set as yet for the start of the High Court trial. Samuel Suknandan is up next with Across the Region.
They've made a positive impact on the heavy-duty transportation industry in Guyana since they've arrived. Guyanese are amazed at their power, durability, efficiency, and superior handling capabilities. These are brand new trucks, manufactured in partnership with German, Italian, and French companies. They have a powerful reputation for operating under very adverse Guyanese conditions and come with full after-sales service and spare parts. They're the most sought-after trucks today, with over 500 units in Guyana, and they're available in over 100 countries, including South America and the Caribbean. Be smart. Buy brand new ST Hoa trucks today. Call 608-4998 and arrange for an inspection at ST Truck Guyana Incorporated, Block B, Public Road, Covenant, East Bank, Demerara.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
Guyana, the moment you've been waiting for is here. It's the Ministry of Education's Guyana Teachers Union 59th National School Cycling, Swimming and Track and Field Championships on November 17th through 22. Come see top student athletes and teachers from 15 sporting districts compete in intense rivalry. Cycling at the National Park, Georgetown. Swimming at the National Aquatic Center, Liliendal, November 18. And on November 19 through 22, the Track and Field at the National Track and Field Center, Leonora. Action starts 9:30. The National Championships where stars are born. Powered by Malta Supreme, Hits and Jams Entertainment, and NCN.
Taking you across the region, I'm Samuel Suknandan for News Source. We begin in the Bahamas. The cost of Hurricane Dorian's impact on the Bahamas has been pegged at $3.4 billion. That figure represents more than a quarter of the country's GDP, according to the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB. The figure accounts for damage such as the effect the disaster has had on assets in every sector, losses such as goods and services that have not been produced or provided until full recovery and reconstruction, and additional costs such as outlays required to provide goods and services as a result of the disaster. The IDB estimates that Dorian will cost the country 1% of its GDP, implying the economy will grow 0.9% post-disaster, resulting in a decrease in salaries of $51.3 million and capital income of $60.9 million. The IDB also estimates that 29,472 people were affected by the hurricane because of some sort of damage to their homes and assets. Over in Bolivia, Bolivian officials have flown basic provisions into the capital amid reports of food and fuel shortages. The system, which officials want to roll out elsewhere, is a move to bypass road blockades erected by supporters of former President Evo Morales. Morales resigned on 10 November and later sought asylum in Mexico after facing claims of electoral fraud. At least 23 people have been confirmed dead in ongoing political unrest. Interim President Janine Áñez, who is herself facing calls to resign, said on Sunday that she would call for new transparent elections soon to help re-establish the country's democratic credibility. And finally, tonight, international news. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he likes the idea of testifying in the impeachment inquiry against him. The Democratic-led inquiry is establishing whether Mr. Trump withheld aid to Ukraine in return for inquiry into ex-Vice President Joe Biden. The Republican president has dismissed it as a witch hunt. On Sunday, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi said the president was welcome to speak the truth, that all he wants, if he wants, before investigators. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Have a good night.